VHS 99 is the latest entry in the horror anthology series. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Shudder. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. I've been going through the VHS films. I saw the first one when it was released back in 2012, 10 years ago. And I've been watching all of them leading up to 99. A VHS horror franchise is an anthology series. They're found footage films. They bring in all of these talented directors and offer unique visions on horror films. But what makes this one stand apart from the other films is that it's focused on 1999 and stories surrounding that. So there's a lot of nostalgia to it. And then also, there's really no story outside of the found footage videos. And the story was pieced in between each segment. It was building up to the ending of the film. These little videos in between, but it really doesn't have a storyline that's building. And by focusing just on 1999, we're able to get a common theme to each segment. Much like other VHS films, some are going to be short, some are going to be longer, some are going to be entertaining, not as scary as other ones, but they are pretty good. The film runs for about an hour and 48 minutes. There are some that stand out compared to the other ones, and some are the best in the franchise so far. For example, Suicide Bin, which explores the horrors of being buried alive, the claustrophobic moments within it. It's shortened, it's simple, but it delivers on the scares and the intense moments within it. We have some pretty crazy and twisted ones like Ozzy's Dungeon, which is directed by Flying Lotus and is inspired by game shows like Legends of the Hidden Temple. The movie opens up with Shredding, which follows a rock band in an age when punk rock was still playing on the radio. So each one is centered around something in the 90s, like punk rock and these game shows. All of them feel like they have a lot of nostalgia to it, and a lot of the directors are focused on that style, and the effects and the editing all feels very similar to each other. The stories don't have any connection to it, but by its themes, there are some sort of related moments and connection between the themes and the effects and the way that these segments are brought forth. The storylines aren't connected to each other, but the visuals and all of the segments and happen in the same year do help to create some connective moments between each other. I think without having the story in the background as an advantage to this film, as we are able to just really dive deep into these segments and not have these breaks in the middle. And I found that the story centered in each VHS film was part of the weaker moments of each film, and by taking that out of this movie, we can just get into the segments right away and not waste any moments on a story that is poorly developed. This is by far the most entertaining VHS film in terms of laughs and jokes here and there. That vibe of the 90s is there. There's more humor within it. It's spooky. It's entertaining as well. It's got that nice mixture in between. But I do think that it suffers the same thing as the other VHS films, as some segments are just not as entertaining as previous ones. So we're hoping that the film speeds up a little bit, and by having an hour and 48 minutes, there's a lot of times where I just wanted more to some other segments like Suicide Bin, which was thrilling in its own way, but very short. But we also had some that were very long, like Ozzy's Dungeon, and some unnecessary moments for it. So I think that the pacing for some of these segments was a little bit off and on, and it's very familiar to other VHS films and how those segments are presented and the runtime for some are short, some are long. But this is by far one of the most entertaining and one of the best VHS films in the franchise. I love the themes, I love the 90s vibe to it, the editing, the directing, the effects, all of it felt like something from the 90s, and I just love that. Some of them were very tense. There's a lot of big creatures in here and a lot of great work surrounding that, especially Ozzy's Dungeon, which did surprise me and ended up being terrifying at the end. But overall, VHS 99 was a refreshing film in the franchise. I've been through the first 3 so far, which is the third one is Viral. I haven't seen 94 yet, or the spin-off film Siren, which is from the first VHS film. So watching this film 99 compared to Viral and the second and the first film, it's brighter, it's colorful, it's spooky, it's entertaining, it's funny at times, but I love that there was no story surrounding it and we could just get into these segments. So before I give you my score for VHS 99 on Shudder, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. And if you'd like to see where VHS 99 ranks amongst all of the other 2022 releases I have seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give VHS 99 a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for VHS 99. When I get through all of the other films, I will do a ranking video, so stay tuned for that. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.